Okay. All right, everybody. Hey, how's it going? All right, so we're still at the shop. It is still Monday. It's lunchtime for the mechanics. Fortunately, 2 mechanics made it in today because, as I said in a short, the trailer bay is completely empty today with the snow here in Little Rock. And I'll step outside for a second and show you why. Little Rock definitely got some snow last night, as I had said before. And outside of the shop here at Little Rock, this is what we have. It is about 16 degrees. The wash bay, which is over here, is completely frozen. The drains are frozen. So nobody is getting washed or washed out today. And it is bitter frigid. It's cold, and it's going to be that way through tomorrow. So, I mean, honestly, it kind of sucks. But, yeah, it's good. But, hey, so that's why over in the trailer shop, which is that way, nobody made it in. And again, luckily over here in this bay, the men did make it in today. There's 2 men working on my truck. This is my toolbox that I'm going to be putting on the truck. Well, let me rephrase that. They are going to be putting on the truck. And it is, quite simply, a Tractor Supply top lid toolbox that will fit perfectly on the frame here. So the men, as you can see, have definitely started the work, and this right here is the blower assembly, and they've got lines cut, and they're going to have to do their splicing and working to get everything put into place. And they're the professionals. I'm going to let them do their job, obviously. But my pogo stick right here with my airlines was up here, and across the back was my catwalk. So what they're going to be doing is, sorry to get you guys sick spinning the phone so quickly, I'll try to slow down. My toolbox right there is going to mount across to the frame here on the back of the bunk. That's where that's going to go. The pogo stick is going to go up against the box, and then the catwalk will come back and go back on the back portion, and they'll cut out for the 5th wheel slide airline and basically secure that and protect it. So that's what's going to transpire back here. In that box right there is a stainless breather for the blower, which is going to mount right here behind this fuel tank. That's where that's going to go. And the black can, let me walk over and show you guys this real quick. The black can that used to be on there, which is this one right here, okay, that used to be on at the back of my Kenworth, is not going back on. It's going to be a nice stainless, let me walk back across, breather that will mount, and that is going to go, again, on the passenger side right behind that fuel tank. And then in this area right here, I've already contacted Thermo King in Richfield, Ohio this morning. And Transport Specialists is the name of the company. And I'm going to be putting a new tri-pack on here the 1st of February. It's going to take them about 3 days to get it put on, but there will be plenty of room on the frame to get that on. And as I've stated previously, these quarter fenders will remain until the weather breaks, because I'm not freezing my ass off, people. It's cold outside, and I'm not messing with stuff until the weather breaks. And then I will get my half fenders back on, because that's going to require some fabrication to get that done. But down here in the bay, as you can see, these guys have a lot of work that they do up under here, and they're actually doing quite a bit of actual fabricating. It's really, really cool, the amount of work that goes into this and the work they do. Like, here's a bracket that they made, because they have to move this air tank. It was on the driver's side of the frame. They have to move it over here to the passenger side of the frame. So they're going to be taking this custom fitting and moving that over to get everything to work in conjunction and get this blower operational. It's a pretty tedious process. It's time consuming. This is why it takes a couple of days to get it done. And these men, you know, they're just doing a really good job. It's really cool, the amount of effort and work that they put into things. And over here on this side is the driver's side. And as you can see, the blower is on there. and then the can where we hook our line. So the line comes off of the trailer and it mounts onto here, onto this cap whenever we're hooking up to blow. And that's right there. So the air actually circulates up and out of that. I'm not going to put that back on all the way. I'll just let that go. And that's where we hook up. And this is the pop-off valve for the blower. If we overpressure, it'll allow that air to escape. It's a safety, and that lets that happen. So that's that. But they're in the process. Teresa here has the truck basically marked for where the decals are going to go. Oh, remember I mentioned I had my Marine Corps emblems that I had ordered. That's them right there. Is that cool or what? And that right there is heavy metal. That's 3.5 inches in diameter. This is going to be for my IFTA tags. But this item right here, that is some kind of a heavy metal that is made by a Marine Corps veteran, disabled Marine Corps veteran. And that thing probably weighs 2 or 3 pounds. That's pretty cool. Something I'll show you guys. What did Kevin do with it? Let me see if I can find it. I don't see it. Bear with me. I'm looking around the shop here. The PTO switch that I had. Oh, here it is. Okay, so in my other truck, this PTO switch was on the floor. They had to drill some holes in the floor, and this went on the floor, and this was my flip switch that I used, and it ran off of lines that went down to the PTO. Well, one good thing about the Peterbilt inside my truck is that my truck, if you look right here, has a PTO switch up on the dash. So that is awesome because they will not have to cut into my floor, because they would have put about right there on the floor next to the seat that's where they would have put that flip switch, so they don't have to cut into my floor. The ELD is already installed. It's up underneath the dash, up in a cubby there. I have my pre-pass put back in, which is right there, and they have already installed my dash cam, which is forward facing. Some of you guys have asked. Okay, that camera is forward facing. It's not driver facing. So Oakley doesn't have driver facing cameras, just out the front. So yeah, so these guys are getting it. They're getting it done. Something that I kind of ran into this morning with this, off of my transmission, way up here, going all the way back over to the blower. They have to, let me walk over to the other side. Maybe I'll be able to show you. They have to custom fit a drive shaft, okay, that comes off of the PTO, off the transmission, and back to the blower. And you see this right here, that right there, that's where the drive shaft goes on. And unfortunately, the custom shop, the custom drive shaft shop, doesn't have a long enough piece of tube to make the drive shaft. The measurements have already been had, and they're going to have to get in a longer piece of tube to custom fit the drive shaft, and it may be an extra day. So looks like I will not get out of here till Wednesday sometime. Well, that's okay, actually, because this weather isn't going to clear out until probably Wednesday sometime and get above freezing. And down south, the last thing I want is to be on icy roads or anything like that. It's just not pleasant down here. They're not equipped to deal with it like up in Ohio and New York and things of that nature. So going to be Wednesday more than likely before I get done. And something else I just saw. My steps were mounted right here where the blower is, and here's my factory steps. Well, they're going to be putting those back on right here. So my steps are going to get remounted. So on this side of the truck will be the blower and my steps, and on that side of the truck is going to be the breather and my APU. So this frame space will be filled mostly by the middle of this week, and then next month when the blower or the APU goes on, it'll be filled the rest of the way. So cool. But the men are getting it. They're getting it knocked out. And the Peterbilt is getting set, put back together, and ready for work soon. So, hey, thanks for watching. Current update as to what's going on. And yeah, just hanging out and enjoying some frigid weather in North Little Rock, Arkansas at Bruce Oakley. Peace out, y'all. God bless.